One of the things that I like that he said in the book is that we gain character through our disappointments, because throughout life we want everything to go right at every second, and it's just like when it comes to the things that you want in life, they are so grand. In what world do you think nothing is gonna go wrong? And this is exactly why it's important. And another thing is, growth is supposed to be a constant. And the reason why we feel all these heavy feelings is because we're not moving with life. So when you're just sitting still in moments where you're supposed to put action behind the things that you're doing, of course you're going to feel all these ranges of emotions, because they're supposed to be put into the shit that you're supposed to be doing. So it's like we're in a space where when you are evolving, your criticisms and inadequacies, however you say that goddamn word, are always gonna pop up. But it's up to you with how you're gonna deal with the shit. And like I said, this is stuff we all know, right? This is stuff we all know. But I'm just saying, like, we know this, but we don't practice it or put it in practice. We don't. A lot of us don't. There's a season for stillness, and in those chapters, you know what you're supposed to do because you're always guided. Your spirit, your soul always gonna guide you. When you tune in and you listening and you're actually doing what you're supposed to do, your soul is gonna guide you to where you need to go. There's no confusion between that voice and the voice of chaos. And that's why you need to quiet that noise in your head down so you can know who the hell is talking to you. Is it a voice of somebody from 7 years ago, or is that really my spirit talking? And if it feels uncomfortable, if it's pushing you, I ain't the first one to say this, obviously. Just a reminder, that means to take the step. Knowing if you are in need to expand it and how you go about that, because that's important. Like, after you're done healing or whatever, our cycles, when you are not used to the lifestyle that you're walking in, that's why it's crucial to do the work, because the person that you already are is that person. But because we've lived so many different lives that don't belong to that singular timeline, of course, that's with anything. That's just life. That's like a video game. In order to pass to the next level, you have to pass the level that you're in. Simple shit. But we overcomplicate the fuck out of it because we're so busy living in this fucking ant farm of America that makes us forget every few years the shit that we just goddamn learned. And then we continue to cycle in the same way they continue to cycle. And it's not really about what it is that needs to be done. We already know what the fuck we need to do. But a lot of the times we are held back due to certain things. And we also know that. So let's be real when it comes to our shit and address shit that needs to be addressed. Be real about how we're going about things. Like, we gotta stop asking why we're in the same position as last year if we're doing the same thing, or 5 or 10 years from now. What is the difference from 10 to 5 years? And if it's the same thing, then there's your answer. And it's not nothing to be hard on yourself about. Like, please don't, because I hate when we get to that space. It's about recognizing that you want more. And what is that thing pausing your ass from embodying who it is that you're meant to be? Like, and if you have addressed that, all you gotta do, girl, go out here and stretch your stuff. Fake the confidence till you make it. Like, that, sometimes you gotta do that. Like, and it's not even about faking it. It's about understanding that you're doing what you're doing because you love to do it. It has nothing to do with everybody the fuck else. And that's when you cancel all that shit out, because that's all it is noise. The only thing that prevented you from getting to where you gotta go was because you didn't have the right people around you to support you, nor did you have the right people to tell you to push you into those directions and where you wanted to go. And a lot of us have had that, and that's okay. And one of the greatest exercises, and we always talk about this, but really, really journaling, but doing it intentionally. Like, I'll post some questions and stuff that I ask myself, because y'all, I don't be having this shit in my head like that all the time, because like I said, I do this shit in real time. I'll probably share some stuff, but these are things that you can do. These are things you can find. Questions that you have for yourself, that you're afraid to face it. Don't be afraid of you, boo-boo. You with you every single day. You the one with you every day. Become friends, best friends with you first. To that extent. To the point where you do feel like you don't need other people. But not to the point where you feel like you don't need other people. But you know what I mean. So you have that wholeness within to where you know you're good. And it takes time, but you know, it may not for certain people. Plant my feet into this deeper, deep in the soul of the soul. Daisies walking through the garden, stringing through smooth like we pushing